What is up, you beautiful happy hustlers out there? Cary Jack here, and I want to share with you the world's best solution to the work life balance problem. And I know you might be thinking, that seems a little extreme, like a bold claim, but I'm telling you, this is the world's best solution that I've found. And I want to share it with you. And I really do believe in my heart that this can change your life if you let it and you actually take action. Because here's the thing, many entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs for that matter, they sacrifice everything to achieve blissful balance. And success is, they sacrifice everything for success, and they definitely sacrifice blissful balance. See, they get to the top of the mountain in their business, and they look around and they say, "Damn, I'm the only one here. I isolated everyone else. I mean, I don't have my faith, my family, my fitness, my friends." And then they try to climb back down the mountain and then go climb another mountain with people on their side, with people, supporting them and them supporting others. And I think there's a better way. Actually, I know there is. There's a way to have your cake and eat it too, and a way to actually enjoy the journey and not just the destination, and a way to actually be blissfully balanced both in your personal life and your professional life. And I want to walk you through what that way is, because I've done it the hard way where I've sacrificed everything, for that success and for that money. And it just caused a ton of stress and overwhelm and anxiety. And for me personally, I burn out. And I don't want you to have to go through those same, pitfalls in order to learn this lesson. I'd rather just share it with you now and then have you just go ahead with the actual easy way, the way that you can stay blissfully balanced, the way that you can avoid burnout, a way that you can actually have your cake and eat it too, while still making money, making an impact, and really enjoying your life. I know it sounds, again, too good to be true, but I'm telling you, it's not. The happy hustle is the way, my friends. And I want to break down my secret soul mapping system. This system that is actually a way to balance yourself, with a clear, measurable, tangible system each and every week, so that you can then prioritize change accordingly wherever you may be lacking. So I'm going to break that down right now. That world's best solution to your work-life balance problem. Okay. And I want to just tell you that this way, in the last just 18 months, I mean, you got to realize the happy hustle. Yes, I've been happy hustling for a long time, but before that, I was definitely just hustling. There was zero happy with it. But since I started the happy hustle, and just mind you, the happy hustle is less than 18 months old. I legit started the happy hustle back in March 2020. Like, that's when I originally filed for the LLC. And in the past year, I've legit allowed myself to create a successful lifestyle business. I've sold over $1 million on Zoom, working less than 20 hours per week. And I've grown a top ranked podcast, and I didn't burn out. And I just want you to realize that it's possible. It's possible to do it all, and have, these results. Now, I will say these results aren't typical, like, you got to put in the work. And you have to have, a vision, and you have to have a good heart, because you have to really want to show people your good heart and help others and add value. But there is a way that you can achieve blissful balance. And the soul mapping system is the way. So I'm going to break that down. What the heck is soul mapping? Now, if you've been following me at all, or you listen to some of the past episodes, I've been breaking down this system. But I realized, for me, I broke my life down into 10 separate areas. I call them the 10 alignments. And then when I was going deep down the rabbit hole on them with my tribe and the people in the Happy Hustle group, I realized that not many people in my tribe could actually recite all 10 of the alignments. So I created an easy acronym, and that is the soul mapping. It is basically, your soul's map to blissful balance and avoiding burnout, and the promised land for that matter. So I'm going to break down what each of those means, and then I'll go a little deeper. Soul mapping stands for S, selfless service. O, optimized health. U, unplug digitally. L, loving relationships. M, mindful spirituality. A, abundance financially. P, personal development. I don't know why I said that. Personal development. P, passionate hobbies. And then I, impactful work. And then finishing up with the N, nature connection. So this is the S.O.U.L.M.A.P.P.I.N system. That's what it stands for. And I want to show you how you can actually use this to figure out where you may be lacking and then prioritize change accordingly. And I'm going to break this down. And if you want to go deeper on all this stuff, I'm just going to let you know before I dive super deep on this episode, I am doing a masterclass on this topic. You can register for free and we're going to go real deep on it. And that's at thehappyhustle.com/S.O.U.L.M.A.P.P.I.N. And you can register for free and you get my ebook for free and a couple other awesome gifts. So that's a really cool thing that's coming up very soon. So go ahead and register for that. Now, S.O.U.L.M.A.P.P.I.N, the S stands for Selfless Service. So I want you to think about, as I go through these, where do you rank in each of these 10 alignments? A 5 is like an A. It means you're crushing it. You're happy hustling. A 1 is like an F. It means you're failing. It means you need to prioritize change ASAP. Okay. So the first one, think about selfless service. Are you practicing, this selfless service over self mindset, and making a positive impact on others? Are you giving your time, your money, your expertise to those less fortunate than you? Because oftentimes this is the most rewarding act you can do. So rank yourself 1 to 5. Where are you at in S, selfless service? All right. Now, O stands for optimize health. This is the foundation of being a happy hustler. You got to have your health, y'all. So where are you at 1 to 5 in terms of your health? Are you using ancient wisdom and modern science to optimize both your body and your mind? And if you are, great. That would be a 5. It means you're crushing it. You're right where you want to be. A 1, like I said, an F, you're failing. Now, this is all going to come to make sense of how you can actually solve that work-life balance problem. So fear not, just stick with me, okay? So you got your S, selfless service, you measured. Then you got your O, optimize health, and you measured. Now we get into the U. Do you unplug digitally? Now, and I know that we're living in this, technologically connected world. More than ever, we are plugged into our devices. And in order to really become a happy hustler and to be balanced, you got to be able to digitally detox regularly. And I'm telling you, when you digitally detox, you actually skyrocket your peace and happiness in the process. So I want you to measure where you're at. 5 in unplugging digitally would mean you are actually prioritizing, these digital detoxes. You're not connected 60 minutes in the morning and 60 minutes before bed. You're not connected maybe one day completely out of the week. I like to take Sundays off, from my devices and just not be plugged in. Now, I'll just tell you, full transparency, I've been plugged in on Sundays lately because I have a book, coming out very soon, and I got a lot going on. So I want to make sure I'm using my time on those off days as well. However, I can totally tell when I'm on my devices too much, and so can you. And I want you to think about where you rank in this one. Okay. So you unplug digitally. Now you got the L, loving relationships. This is, are you creating and maintaining loving relationships in your life? Because it's imperative. What is it all for? What's all the happy hustling for if you do not have love in your life, right? So I want you to measure where you're at with your friends, your family, and specifically your partner right now. 5 would be an A, you're crushing it. 1 is an F. Think about where you rank with that. Now you should right now have a score 1 to 5 for each of those first 4 alignments: selfless service, optimize health, unplug digitally, and loving relationships. Okay. Now we're going to dive into the mapping part. M stands for mindful spirituality. All right. This is just connecting to a higher power, being present, being grateful, being still. It's really essential if you want to perform at the highest level that you have to have some time to just let your spirit be free and connect to your soul and to get out of your head and into your heart. Okay, so measure where you rank in mindful spirituality. Are you meditating every single day? Are you praying? Do you go to, you know, church, or do you have a religious practice? For me, I'm spiritual. I'm not religious, but I do pray and I do practice gratitude and I do practice meditation. And so does all of the other high performers, just about all of them. Most of the ones that I know, at least, are all doing some form of mindful spirituality. So you should too. So you measure 1 to 5. Where are you at? 5A, 1F. Okay. Now we got the A for abundance financially. This is, are you saving, investing, and spending wisely? And for years to come. This is where you can set yourself up for a system that actually leverages your money for you and that you start to make decisions based off financial literacy. Just last night, I'll give you an example. I'm looking at some commercial real estate investments, and I needed to do a deep dive on some of these key phrases in order to make educated decisions and conversations. I called one of my buddies who's a real estate investor, Adam, and he gave me a ton of great insights. But then I went even deeper into the school of YouTube, and I just started learning, what is an NOI, and what is, your your debt to whatever assets ratio, and what's your TPS, and all these different technical terms. Truthfully, I didn't know many of them. And now I do. And now I can have an educated conversation. And the same goes with you for your finances. If you don't know the difference between a stock and a bond, you have to figure that out if you're going to invest wisely, right? If you don't know how to save with Acorns or Personal Capital, then you need to do some research. Same thing goes with, setting up like a system for spending. Do you have a budget? Are you keeping track of your money? Like, I always just think that this one is so important because you know you need to have your basic needs met. Obviously, clothes on your back, food in the fridge, maybe a transportation or a way to get around. Yes, that's the essentials. But then in order to really happy hustle, we want more than that, right, fam? I'm telling you, we want more than just our basic needs, man. We want to take care of our loved ones. We want to give back to causes that we believe in. And that's where the abundance financially really comes into play. You want to be able to take your friends out for a dinner and get your mom a house or a dad a car or whatever you got, for your loved one, take them on nice trips. That's the goal, right? Is to have that abundance financially, to do what you want with who you want, when you want, as much as you want. And so in order to do that, you have to become financially literate. So measure where you're at 1 to 5 in this one right now. 5 is an A, 1 is an F. All right. Now we got the P, first P, personal development. This is, are you growing and evolving, or are you shrinking and dissolving? That's just the question you got to ask yourself. And if you want to be a happy hustler, you need to implement this system of personal development. I talk about my 30 minutes of reading, 30 minutes of watching, and 30 minutes of listening, morning, noon, and night. Okay, so 30 minutes of reading in the morning, 30 minutes of listening in the afternoon, and then 30 minutes of watching in the evening, something educational and inspirational. And that adds up over time. That 90 minutes a day, it can change your life. So think about where you're at in your personal development practice right now. Are you, crushing it, learning every day, soaking up some knowledge and especially related to your goals, or are you not? Are you, filling yourself with Netflix and rom-coms and, pointless stuff? Okay. A little tough love from your boy Cary. But if you're just watching, Netflix series and horror films and all this other crap that doesn't really add value to your life, you're missing the boat. You got to focus on things that actually add value to you. And then fill your gaps with these lessons, with these personal development practices. When you're in the gym, when you're, driving, when you're on a walk, you can be learning and leveraging that time. So measure where you rank right now in that first P, 1 to 5. All right. Now, the second P, and this is passionate hobbies. Okay. Passionate hobbies is one of my favorites, obviously, but it's doing things you love to do and integrating each into your busy schedule. Okay. For me, as you probably know, if you listen to this, say, oh, but I love fly fishing. I love going out and hiking and camping and horseback riding, doing outdoors things. I like training martial arts. I took some dance classes with my partner, Steph. We do some fun things in all these passion hobbies in order to keep it fun and interesting, because life's not fun unless you're having it, right? And so you got to do things that you enjoy regularly. Okay. So I want you to think about where you rank in this 1 to 5. Okay. Next is impactful work. You have to be infusing meaning into your work, right? It's all about that passion, that purpose, and that positive impact. Okay. And if you're not currently stoked to get up in the morning and do what you're doing, well, maybe you want to think about changing it. Okay. This is a sad reality, but I think a lot of people, especially throughout the COVID time, have realized that what they're doing is not bringing them fulfillment. So they've made a pivot and they're starting to create a side hustle or try to become their own boss. I would say the majority of people out there, especially the happy hustlers listening to this, want to be their own boss or are already their own boss. And that's who I love to talk to. That's who I love to help serve, because I'm my own boss and I want to really make a positive impact with my work, with what I do. And then I know you do too. And it's so much more rewarding when you do. So measure where you're currently at in your impactful work. 5 is yes, it's full of that passion, that purpose, and that positive impact. And then 1 is the opposite. And then last but not least, we got N, nature connection. And this is, are you connecting to Pachamama, beautiful Mother Earth? Are you getting outside and going on walks regularly, or going swimming in natural bodies of water, or just sitting in the grass barefoot? Are you protecting our beautiful planet while you're on the topic? Are you picking up litter from the beach and helping plant a tree and doing the little things? Nature connection. This one's huge, guys, because I feel like we are becoming so more connected to our devices and less connected to our planet and this beautiful environment that we live in. So think about where you rank in this 1 to 5. All right. 5, obviously, an A, you're crushing it. You're getting outside all the time. 1, complete opposite. All right. So now you got the rankings for each of those 10 alignments. Okay. Now, I told you I would get you the world's best solution to the work-life balance problem. So here's where it comes into play. Okay. You now know where you rank in each of those 10 alignments. Now you need to look at which ones are a 3 or below. Okay. If you have a 3 or below in any of those 10 alignments, you must prioritize change accordingly. Okay. Now, I like to measure myself every Sunday. And what I do is just take my own quiz. I'll go to caryjack.com/quiz. And I'll just take my own quiz every Sunday and I'll just see where I ranked for that last week's alignments. There's another step I want to give you guys. This is my blissful balancer. This is basically a PDF that has all the 10 alignments, and then you have a task that you list for each, and then you keep track 7 days of the week, and you just check off. Did you do your task for selfless service? Did you volunteer today? Yes, check. Did you work out today? Yes, check. Did you unplug 60 minutes digitally? Yes, check. So you go through and you just keep track. It's like a habit tracker for your 10 alignments. All right. And that is the world's best solution to the work-life balance problem, because then you can see that you are staying balanced in each of these 10 areas of life, these 10 alignments. All right. And I'm just telling you, there's been some great success from people who have really implemented this happy hustle S.O.U.L.M.A.P.I.N system and have been able to just recalibrate, remeasure where they stand and where they want to go, and then just prioritize change accordingly. And I know it will change the game for you as well. So, what I would say to you guys out there is if you want that blissful balancer and you want to dive deep in the S.O.U.L.M.A.P.P.I.N system, register for that masterclass. You can go to thehappyhustle.com/S.O.U.L.M.A.P.P.I.N and you will be on for a freaking awesome training. I'm telling you, I'm going super deep. I'm pulling back all the curtains and I'm just laying it out there. I'm going to get you even more detail on how to implement the different tasks that I like to utilize for each of those 10 alignments, the S.O.U.L.M.A.P.N system, and how you can actually get the blissful balancer and print it out, put it on your fridge, and then have it every single day. So I would highly recommend, if that's something you're interested in diving deeper, then register for that masterclass. It's completely free. You got nothing to lose, everything to gain. So depending on when you're listening to this, we have one coming up soon because I'm doing multiple of them, but the one that's going on in the most recent future is, I believe, let me look at the date. Well, go to thehappyhustle.com/S.O.U.L.M.A.P.P.I.N and you'll figure it out. It's right on there. I'll link it up in the show notes as well. So I hope you guys got some value from this one. The key to really, staying blissfully balanced and avoiding burnout is really this, okay? And I'm just going to break it down for you. Implement equal importance on each item in your calendar from each alignment, meaning every single, task on your calendar, whether it is your passionate hobbies of going fly fishing or your selfless service task of, volunteering daily, or your optimized health task of working out 30 minutes a day, or your, financial abundance task of, reading 30 minutes of a financial, book. All those tasks get equal importance. That is how you stay balanced. That is how you create happiness and skyrocket not only your fulfillment, but also your impact on the world. And as your impact goes up and the more value you deliver, so does your income. So there you have it, y'all. I hope that just broke it down for you. The world's best solution to the work-life balance problem. And I really, truly, honestly believe that balance equals happiness. I can tell you, I've been way out of balance, grinding my face off 100+ hour weeks with plenty of money and success. And then I've been completely balanced with a lifestyle business, making money, making an impact. And I'll tell you straight up, being balanced is so much better. So here's a system to actually stay balanced, stay happy within the hustle. I hope you guys got some value from it. If you did, share this episode with a friend. Let them know that the Happy Hustle can change the game for them. But regardless, if you want to go deeper than we just went, you can register for that upcoming masterclass at thehappyhustle.com/S.O.U.L.M.A.P.P.I.N. All right, y'all. Time to rodeo. I'm out. Peace and love.